From the very first press conference announcing Geale Mundine 2, this fight has been about more than just two fighters stepping into the ring. Anthony Mundine made sure of that.
Well, I thought they wiped all the Aborigines from Tasmania out. I don't see him representing, us, black people or coloured people. I don't see him in the communities. I don't see him doing things I do with the people and fight for the people. But that's he's his own man. You know what I mean? But at the end, you got a white woman, you got white kids. I'll keep it real all day, every day.
Of course I'm going to be upset by that. Of course my wife will be upset by that. If they want to make these comments, they've got to get their facts straight to start with.
There was a whole lot of anger inside me because he doesn't know where I come from or my background. I'm just overall proud to be Australian, not to be separated into being a white woman.
I didn't understand that Anthony was disrespecting her. Why? Because he's saying that she's non-Aboriginal, that he was disrespecting. She should be proud if she's not Aboriginal. She should be proud who she is.
His mum can say what she wants. Of course she's going to defend her son. That's what mums do. But at the end of the day, it was a racial attack. And, my parents taught me not to judge somebody on the colour of their skin. And Daniel not being as Aboriginal as he is by marrying a white woman is judging someone.
So all Choc was saying, well, how far? Because at a certain point, your Aboriginality's got to stop. How many generations back are you?
I thought Mundine was just saying something that he absolutely knew nothing about. It was just an off-the-cuff statement because that's probably how he thinks. He probably thinks that there's no other Aboriginal around but Anthony Mundine.
He did that deliberately. Why? Because he wanted everybody fired up and he wanted everybody disliking him and he wanted to go away. He wanted to use that as fuel in his own training. That's what he does. He picks a fight and then responds to the fight. That's the nature of his whole career. It's not about selling tickets. It's about getting all this emotion going, which is what drives him through his training.
Anthony does that. I mean, he likes being loud and bold and making outrageous statements, particularly to his opponents. It's almost trying to get them worked up that they want to go out and punch literally the daylights out of him. And obviously put them off their game or off their style. It probably put a lot more of the Indigenous community on Geale's side rather than Mundine's, but everything's settled down. I think the support from the communities will be evenly divided. We're proud to have two elite boxers, really good role models, that have reached the top, and the whole of Australia will be focused on the fight, and I think that in itself is great for Indigenous sport.
I question his Aboriginality, and I still do. But that's my opinion. Everyone can have their opinion, but I'm allowed to have my opinion as well. And I don't see him flying the flag like he should be flying it, instead of using it as a bumper sticker. You know what I'm saying? When you fly it high.
When he fights, the boxer sports the Aboriginal flag on his trunks as a mark of his Indigenous heritage.
It was something I was asked to do from an Aboriginal man, a lot of years ago, and it just, for me, it felt right. I believe, I'm not making a huge statement with it. For me, it's just about showing my respect from where I'm from.
Daniel likes to get involved with all Australians and give back to the community as much as he can.
I have, helped the Aboriginal community and I help all communities as well. I help local boxers. I help local charities.
Awesome. You're going to be a boxer too?
He'll be the next one.
So we get those guys out of the way, and I really enjoy teaching anybody boxing, and I believe they get so many things out of it. I mean, fitness, confidence. For me to be able to take the guys around the state, sometimes even around Australia to fight, I get a lot out of that.
Daniel was giving him feedback about what how good he's going and this and that, and giving him pointers. And I said to Jake on the way home, I said, you can't get much better than that. Like, that's the world champ. Even to acknowledge you, I just think it's fantastic.
You did good today, though. Good. Bit of a cool down for me, all right?
He trains his amateur of an afternoon here. He takes them to the fights. He straps them. He gets in their corner. he's just a really good ambassador for boxing as a sport. And we all know how far back boxing goes. It's an old sport, and it's a sport that we're trying to keep alive in Australia. And I think he's just at the top of the tree as one of those people that are really trying to push boxing in Australia.
Oh, he's great for boxing. Yeah, talented, skillful, great representative. You can't get a better representative, you know. Yeah, but he'll put bums on seats through being classy and skillful.
If I can inspire one person, I'm more than happy. And we got heaps of young kids, all races coming into our gym, very regularly. That I guess they aspire, they look up to me, and hopefully I influence them in a really good way. Do it probably, all right?
No one will ever dispute that Anthony Mundine talks the talk, but away from boxing, there's no denying he walks the walk. Family life and community work are very high on his agenda.
Here we are, we're going to show you a little bit of what I do in the community and how I speak to kids and try to make a difference. You want to see the Noongar kids here? I don't normally do this, bring cameras with me when I do a lot of my voluntary sort of community work. I know a lot of you fellas got, your back's against the wall, you know what I mean? Because, you might have a story that's troubles you at home, or, broken homes or this or that, but you can't make excuses. Because as bad as you got it, there's always someone out there worse off but doing better than what you are.
He spends a lot of his time in Indigenous communities talking to the young kids. What we see in the ring and what we see off the ring is totally two different people, and he's very engaging and wants to be not known for what he does, but certainly it's part of his passion and his commitment to Aboriginal people.
If I can change one person's way of thinking or one person's choice in life, then I feel I'm doing my job. And I want to continue to struggle and continue to fight, and try and fight our plight for the better.
He'd take the shirt off his back to help anyone, and people don't know that he does a lot of things especially for kids, and they don't know that Anthony does this, so it's never ever talked about.